Hello, everyone. My name is Denise Bond, and this is my Interpersonal Communication project for my Human Services 508 class with Liberty University. We are to describe what communication goal that we have for ourselves, and I have chosen the interpersonal communication goal of being able to leave my DC personality behavioral blend. This personality blend states that I am domineering and also states that I always need to be in control. And this is something that I really want to change, and I don't want to make people feel inferior to me or that I'm better than them or anything of sort. So I have chosen the goal of becoming a better communicator and utilizing the fruits of the Spirit better so that I can be on the same page as the person that I'm speaking with or the person that is speaking to me. I want to be able to utilize verbal and nonverbal communication skills with them. My background and my behavioral blend has both positive and negative aspects to it. I was always taught that you do the best that you can do in everything that you do, and that despite the cost, no matter what, you come out ahead. Despite people's feelings or how you treat them, you come out ahead. And that's the way that I was always taught and raised by my father. And that's something that has been hard to overcome the further I get into my spirituality and my walk with God, that I want to change that. I don't want people thinking that I think that I'm better than them. So I was always taught to worry about myself first and others after that. I was also taught to voice my opinion, and sometimes in communication you shouldn't do that. Sometimes in communicating with another person, you should just listen to them and not say a word, or not tell them your opinion, because sometimes people do not want your opinion. They just want you to sit and listen. So I want to have more positive traits than I do negative traits. I am, with my personality blend, which is the DC personality, I am dependable at the job, that people know that if they ask me to do the job, that I can get it done for them. However, that makes me a strong-willed person, and I know that I cannot be a strong-willed person and follow Christ like I should be. I want Christ to humble me, and that's one of the fruits of the Spirit. So I also want to I want to know all the details. I want to know everything there is about the situation. And sometimes it's better for people not to know everything. I don't want to dominate the conversation anymore. That's one of the negative traits about my behavioral blend and my background, is I feel like I'm the one that always has to start the conversation and speak my mind, and that's not a good thing when you're trying to become a better communicator. Some of the barriers that I face is being insensitive to people. That's a hard thing to overcome. Sometimes you show empathy and compassion. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just want to do my task, get it done. I want them to do the task that they're supposed to be doing, and just to get it done, and it doesn't matter the cost. I want it done, and I want it done perfectly the way that I have asked you to do it. That's being very insensitive to the person. A lot of times I'm judgmental in my conversations. I offer advice when I probably should not offer advice. I tell them exactly how I feel, and that's showing judgment, and the Bible tells us that we shall not judge lest we be judged. And I know personally, I don't like to be judged. I don't want people looking at me and saying, well, you did this wrong, or you've done this wrong, or so on and so on. So it's a hard lesson to learn that if I'm judging somebody, I'm going to be judged, and I don't want to be judged. So therefore, I'm going to work on judging other people. Another thing is that when I communicate with somebody, I am sometimes unresponsive to their needs and their wants and their desires. Going back to my personality, it's a A and B, or a C and D personality trait, and it's cut to the chase. This is the way it is, and I want the person that I'm communicating with to make sure that they know that I'm there for them. And I haven't been always. I've not always been able to communicate that way, and it goes back to my background and the way that I was raised. But now that I'm an adult, and now that I'm a Christian, I've been a Christian for a few years now, I should have learned these things. So the solutions that I'm going to do are I'm going to follow the listener and talker card. I think it's been very, very helpful. I've used it already. I've used it with my children, actually, and I know that for us it's helped, because that gives each person their own time to talk without being interrupted, having 100% of the attention. I'm also going to dig into God's Word a little further and try and utilize these fruits of the spirits better. And I'm going to follow the recommendations off of the Uniquely You. It says, that I'm domineering and I'm dominant. I need to show respect to the talker, and that when I'm the talker, I should respect the listener's time and efforts and stuff. The noise pollutions, I always, not always, but a majority of the time, I focus on what's going on around me, not really paying attention to the task at hand. Yes, I'm hearing you and comprehending, but I'm not really listening to the person. So that's some of the noise pollutions that I have, and I want to overcome all of that. I want to be able to focus on the conversation, and I also want to give the respect to the person that I'm speaking to, the respect that they deserve and desire. I'm going to allow the person to be the talker when they're being the talker, and I'm going to be the listener and try my very best to listen fully and wholeheartedly. One of the best ways to do that is to sit directly across from the person. Make sure I'm giving them the eye contact that they deserve, watching my body language, and making sure that we're, when we're in the conversation, that we're in a quiet space. Not a lot of stuff going on around us if it's a very important issue. And I'm going to remain focused on that person and just be more conscious of the things that I've been doing that are not appropriate for, being a well communicator. My desire is to be a counselor, and so therefore I think that it's time for me to start utilizing some of the spirits, the fruits of the Spirit that God has given us. And I think it's time for me to utilize what Peterson and the other authors that we had to read and study on gave us the opportunity to do. This has been a wonderful class, and I'm very thankful for it. And I pray the blessings of God on each of you, and have a wonderful break in between classes, and God bless you. Thank you.